Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Colangelo, and I want to welcome you to this brief training on the ARC, the Academic Resource Connection. This few minutes that we'll be spending together will serve as an introduction or a review for some of you so that you can see what some of the resources are that are available to you in this 24/7 tool.
I just wanted to take a few minutes. I know most of you may already be familiar with the ARC, but we've made some changes, and there's some new pieces here I just wanted to make sure you were aware of. And as you know, the ARC is available through any Moodle classroom in the upper left corner of the navigation page, and it shows right there, Academic Resource Connection. You click on it, it comes right here. So it's really available to all faculty, staff that have access to Moodle, and all students. When the students arrive in Moodle, one of the things I just wanted to highlight and bring to your attention is that I created a very brief 2 to 2.5 minute little introduction to the ARC. So if anyone wants to take a moment to review that, and just, it takes you through a narrated PowerPoint that identifies all the resources that are here and how to access them. But I wanted to share this piece with you because I don't know that everybody's had a chance to use this. This piece is the assessment tool. We're finding that most students don't necessarily know the way that they learn best. They're unfamiliar with their learning style. So therefore, if we provide resources and don't make them available in their learning style, we're really defeating ourselves because they're not going to benefit from whatever we put here. So I just wanted to click on this and show you what it looks like, because it really takes just a moment or two. This particular resource it's not the end-all, be-all, but it can help a student just devise what maybe some of the basic pieces are that can help them to be a little more specific in the way that they utilize the ARC and the resources that are found there. So George Lucas of Star Wars fame is responsible for this site and has given us free access, not just us, anyone. And I found that this would be really helpful to kind of give people a general idea. So I'm just going to, go through this system as a student just to give you an idea of what they can expect to see. There are some very generic questions with the Likert scale here that the student would answer, and for the lack of time, I'm just going to, make some random selections to these questions that are supposed to help to determine what kind of learner I am. And we're finding that this is even more helpful as we work with our adult students. So I'm continuing to make some random choices. And you can see that it wouldn't take very long to complete this particular assessment. An idea of the kinds of ways in which we might process information, the creativity that we use, the kinds of activities we might participate in, etc. Once those questions are completed, you can see this bar graph that identifies how I've scored based on my selections, and figures are obviously associated, percentages with each of these. Once the student knows this, they can either print this out or they can minimize this screen and then go back to the ARC and use those numbers to compare with these very, very rough keys that will help students see that the way that they have registered on that scale might be a little more helpful in using the pieces that are found here in the ARC. For example, when I actually did this assessment for myself, I clearly came out as a visual learner. So I know that because my scores in these areas of kinesthetic, visual, spatial, interpersonal were the highest, I'm more likely to be a visual learner. So as I scroll down into the ARC and I look for resources, I realize that websites, videos, PowerPoints, these things are going to help me most. So we are making a very concerted effort to take every topic that's found in the ARC, such as APA and research, and make some connections to resources that fill each of the categories so students can find those resources that will best suit their learning style. One of the things that we have found outrageously helpful is, for example, we put together, Marilyn Morton, myself, and Sherry Vandenaker pulled together an APA template and posted it here so that students wouldn't have to struggle so hard with APA, and they would learn some of the basics in the routine of using the template. I went in recently to find that we've had 662 hits on this template alone since the middle of March. So I think it was a good idea. We are now in the process of assessing all of the resources that we're putting on the ARC to see where we can improve and where we maybe have missed the mark or where we have really nailed it. So I want to take this moment to say that if you identify a resource that is missing, you would like to see another resource or an expanded selection on something, please let me know, because if I don't know where it is immediately, I will go find it, or I will work with partners like Amadeo and Camille and other folks in SHS to develop a resource, and then we will be able to post it here on the ARC. One of the things I would like to share with you that we did most recently is we added the LibGuides link right here under websites, because we found that a lot of students needed help with research, and this is the research area. So I've added this link that brings students directly to this page within the library. And Amadeo had a pretty strong hand in creating, actually I think you did all of them, didn't you? I believe Amadeo created all of them. So the highly esteemed Amadeo created a LibGuide for every campus. So if you're familiar or unfamiliar, you know that these have really been helpful for students, particularly in issues in research and in project class, where they can develop and do some specific research on the communities in which they're working with and other resources that can assist them in their research projects. So that link has been added to the ARC. Additionally, I wanted to share with you, if I can get back one more page, there we go. I've also added fillable IRB paperwork. What this is, I took the IRB forms that we've been using, and I have converted them into fillable PDF, and I'm sorry, this particular computer, I think, is missing a piece of software that's not showing up, but if you go onto a computer that has Adobe Acrobat that's properly installed, this will open up into fillable pages. So the students can literally add check boxes. These are all boxes that can be filled. Text can be added, and the student can take this paperwork and email it directly with the other paperwork that they have for their IRB submission directly to their instructor, who then has to sign off on it for project class and move that forward so that they can do their research if human subjects are involved. So that's another piece that was brought to my attention that would be very helpful for students, and we were able to make that happen. So again, I just wanted to let you know that all the information is here. We're continuing to expand with e-books, videos, narrated PowerPoints, static PowerPoints. Some students do very well with that. We've also added, or not added, but made sure that at the bottom of the ARC, there are some resources for faculty and adjuncts, and there are also some resources for resource specialists that we use routinely. I also was just going to take this opportunity to share that in addition to the ARC, we are also working on some additional portals, and some of these portals will be designed for faculty and adjunct support, as well as the resource specialists now have their own portal, and we're working to pull together an experiential learning portal for students taking HSPD class. So we're constantly looking for ways to provide information that meets not only your needs, but the needs of students, and on demand. So for example, what we're going to do with pieces of this training is we're going to divide them up, and we're going to provide links. So if people are looking for some updated information on Kurzweil, if they're looking for updated information on the disability info, the research companion, or the ARC, These will be broken out, and email links will be made available, and they'll probably be posted right here on the ARC, and we'll notify you of that. So if individuals need other information, or you want to review some of this information again, you'll be able to do that on demand when it's convenient for you, as opposed to always trying to jockey around and find an appointment for one of these trainings.
So that concludes our ARC review and or training. If you should have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, Kim Colangelo, at 413-748-3621, or you can reach me by email at kcolangelo, that's KCOLANGELO, at springfieldcollege.edu. Thank you for your attention.